start planning. So at the earliest, you start planning for your career path is important. Another example I kind of want to give you is if you're clear on your career path, it makes a very big impact on how you do everything. For example, many of individuals have heard of Sardar Patel, right? He was an Iron Man of India. He had also an older brother called Vittal Bhai. He wanted to be a lawyer. But now think about certain situations and predicaments were back in the day that aren't existent maybe today. Sardar Patel, he wanted to become a lawyer, and he also wanted to become a lawyer from England. So he decided that he wanted to go. But the financial constraints at home would only allow one of the two brothers to go overseas to get an education. And so he had to wait for Vittal Bhai to go to England, get his education, come back, while he helped the family, pay for all the financial stuff, and then he went to England to get his degree. Sardar Patel decided the very first day when he landed in England that I have a purpose here. I have a purpose to get my education. So what he did was the very first day he took out a bus pass. He went through all of London, central London. He visited the Big Ben. He went to the Thames River. He went to Buckingham Palace. He saw everything that was there to see in London. And then he decided, from this day to the day I go back to India, I am not going to see anything else. And he had only two destinations, from his apartment to the library, library to his apartment. He was very focused, and we know that he was able to get a very good education. And when Sardar Patel came back to India, he was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, and he also helped India gain its independence. But we see that individuals like Sardar Patel, even back in the day, they were also doing some type of career planning. And they had some type of focus. You look at the generations before us, a lot of the professionals that came in the 1970s, 1960s. Sometimes when you actually spend some time and engage into a dialogue with the elders, you will find out how difficult it was for them to come to this country and try to get an education. But they also did career planning. So career planning, in short, is important, and it's important to start now. The second thing is, how do you know which career to start? Because obviously in our community, it is said that everyone should become an engineer or a doctor. And so, if you ask the parents, what should I become? They'll say, a doctor, right? Become a doctor. But when we look at the drive and the motivation, there's a book out there called Drive. And basically, this book outlines what motivates individuals. And in this book, it discusses various different aspects. In the century before us, it was the carrot and the stick principle. That was motivated individuals. So say, for example, you had a task and you put a carrot, an incentive, that I'll pay you $20,000 more. Immediately that individual is motivated to do something because that carrot was the incentive. Also, the other incentive was a stick. Say, for example, well, if you don't do this, I'm going to fire you from your job. Well, without a job, I'm not going to be able to earn money, I'm not going to be able to do. So there was an incentive, fear. And so basically, these were the two predominant motivational factors in people's career choices. Either incentive of monetary value, or the stick was fear of not being able to accomplish something. Now, in today's society and in today's generation, we see that principle as deteriorating because all of the sectors, especially in the United States, we talk about careers that require creativity. It just doesn't require menial tasks. You have to have customer services, you have to be creative, you have to be innovative, and this stuff is what your careers are going to be about. And so how do they motivate creativity? It's easy to motivate someone to do a small little task, but to motivate an individual to inspire innovation is something different. So what happens is all of the companies now are adopting different types of working schedules, flexible schedules. They'll say, okay, well, I want you to accomplish this amount of work. You could come into work anytime between 6 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock, and you leave anywhere from 4 to 7. Before it was like you show up at 9 o'clock in the morning and you leave at 5 o'clock in the evening. But now people have made their adjustments. Some people say you can work from home. I just want you to accomplish this much work. Some people will actually pay you and give you a day off. So they'll work you 9 hours a week, and on a Friday, every other Friday, they'll give you 1 day off, and they say, I want you to spend some time being creative. I want you to do something passionate. What do you like? What are you interested in? And try to develop those ideas. And the company will actually fund that. And so this is a whole different type of mechanism that today's society is adopting. And so when we see that, what motivates us, right? One of the major factors is purpose. See, when we choose careers, there are several things that we have to take into consideration. For example, how it's going to affect our family life. How is it going to give us financial strength? How is our career choice going to help you live a good family life? And also, how much of a purpose is it going to serve? What do you want to do as a young individual to impact society for tomorrow? In any industry, if you are a doctor, if you are a lawyer, if you are an engineer, any industry in today's society, any career that you select, you can make an impact. Because today's society has many different issues, different concerns. And any career path that you select will be able to make an impact. So now you have to think about these different considerations. So consider your family when making your career. Consider the financial comfort level that you would like. Consider what type of impact do you want to make towards society. And with certain parameters like these, you can make a career choice. Now what happens most of the time is that we are very premature in making our choices. So in high school, there's a career fair, and we go to this career fair, and we go to the first booth. And into that first booth, we meet an individual, and he talks about his career. We're overwhelmed. We like it. And we go straight, okay, well, this is what I want to do. But don't be very premature in your decisions. Give everything a chance. Look into everything. Do some research. Obviously, if you want to really find out what's right for you, you have to start young. You have to engage in discussions, dialogues with individuals that are in that career. You'll have to read up on those industries and see what it provides to you. And when you're able to do this, you will be able to see what kind of career path you want. And the other ultimate career choice is purpose. For example, last weekend I was in Dallas, and I came across a child. He was about, I think, 12 years old. So I was sitting with him, and I asked him, okay, what do you want to do in your career? And he goes, okay, I want to become a lung specialist. So I was surprised. I go, okay, a 12-year-old, why does he want to become a lung specialist? I go, do you even know what a lung specialist does? And he goes, yes, I want to be able to, when the lungs fill up with water, I want to be able to solve that problem. So I was even more impressed. I was like, at 12 years old, you know all these things about science, and you want to do this? And then he told me, he goes, I want to be a lung specialist, because my Nadima, she died because water filled up into her lungs. I don't want that to happen to anyone else, so I want to be a lung specialist. That's purpose. And purpose can be any different thing that helps you make a career choice. And so we need to really think about how, as an individual, because the fact of the matter is, God has given us a very great opportunity. If you look today's society and you look at today's world, half of the world's population lives in poverty. Poverty meaning that they do not know what they're going to eat for lunch. And yet, we live in this country that provides us all the means. Second of all, we live in a country that provides one of the best educational infrastructures. The sheer amount of universities, sheer amount of graduate programs, the sheer amount of research and development that happens into this country, we have access to all of them. The second thing is we are living in a generation that has financial strength. Before, there were many individuals. There was a special done with 60 Minutes, and that special was done on IT and IIM. When India got its independence, they had formed two institutes, Indian Institute of Technology and Indian Institute of Management. Both of these institutes were formed to propagate education because India knew when they gained independence that if education was there, we were going to succeed as a country. But the economical policies till 1991 were very socialist. 1991, the economic policies, they changed a little bit. For all the elder individuals would know, the 91 Bella, if you go out there, all you would see is ambassador cars, right? Now, if you go to Bombay, Ahmedabad, you'll see Audis, BMWs, you'll see Honda Cities, you'll see all different types of cars. The reason is the economic policies of India changed after 1991. And so the fact of the matter was, IIM and IIT were such world-renowned institutes for someone that to get into this institute, it required so much hard work. And if he was denied, he still had a second option to attend an Ivy League school in the United States of America. That's how prestigious these universities were.
And my daughter, Lisa Patel, she is daughter of Ishwarbai and Susila Ben. She has Doctor of Pharmacy degree from LPSH, and she is working as a pharmacist from last 6 years in CVS Pharmacy. Please help me welcome Lisa Patel. And I would like to request someone from youth committee from the ladies side to come and give her a bouquet. Shiksha? And when I called him, he drove here from San Antonio, and he was here on time, even before us. So his name is Rahul P. Patel. He is the son of Balkrishna and Nainabet Patel from Surat. His education is, he has Juris Doctor from Ohio State University, and he been working from last 4 years as a commercial tax attorney, and practice is in litigation. Please help me welcome Rahul Patel from San Antonio. I would like to request Milan to come and honor Rahul. His son, name is Sachin Patel. He's the son of Dinesh Bhai, and his qualification is environmental in hydrology. He is a bachelor in geology from UT, master in hydrology from Georgia Tech in Atlanta, master in public affairs from LBJ in Austin. His work experience is, he is in United Nations Climate Control Committee, done 3 years program for Indian Parliament, including distribution of river water as well as program for World Bank. He works 9 years for United States Geological Survey, and he is currently working for Shell Oil Company. All what he has done, but when Manish Bhai and Atul approached him, he was ready to come here and share his knowledge and wisdom with us. Please help me welcome Sachin Shah. Our youth ex-president Sajan, please come here to honor Sachin. Manjuben. He has a Bachelor of Science a degree in Computer Science and Economics from Purdue University. He is currently working as an e-commerce consultant for Men's Warehouse. That is the slogan says that the way you're going to like the way you're going to look, right? Something like that. Okay? And consulting for 8 years and 12 years experience people. Please help me welcome Kalpesh Patel from Houston. Chirag, can you come and honor Kalpesh Patel? Individual name is Sachin Thakur. His education background is Bachelor in Pharmacy, Master in Biotechnology, currently working for a research lab called PLM. Please help me welcome Sachin Thakur. Can anyone, Tulsi, can you come and honor Mr. Sachin? Start preparing your questions. We're going to bombard them with the questions. He is a BPharm, MS in Biotechnology, and currently working at Basepad Biotechnologies since last 3.5 years. Please help me welcome Mithil Soni. India. Last but not least, most of us want to see either doctor or engineer, mostly doctor in our house, right? So this guy, his name is Prasant Patel. He is the son of Praveenbhai and Manjuben. When I text him, a friendly reminder this morning, and he says that I am going to have emergency patients coming in. I says, oh God, they're going to turn me down. But I text him again and say, try to, come. He came all the way, he drove all the way from Baytown to here. He's a dentist. He passed out from Indiana University School of Dentistry, and his degree is BS in Biology and Chemistry. Please help me welcome Dr. Prasant Patel. Now, who wants to be a doctor in this room? Anyone? Come on. Now so Nilam or Mandy, come on. Both of you. So when you meet, shake the hand with this guy, make sure that we will, after a few years, you will prove him that, hey, I'm a doctor too.